Alright, we're back to do another video. This time we're going to concentrate on the big bone in the face. And the big bone in the face right there is the maxillary bone. And of course you've got two, one on each side, because you have two sides to your face. Maxillary bone has teeth attached to it. There is an entire ridge right here that the teeth are collectively attached to. This is called the alveolar process, and there's one on each maxillary bone. And I think I forgot, but there is actually one on the mandible as well. I don't think I included this in the last video. There's an alveolar process right here as well. Alright, more things about the maxillary bone. The maxillary bone is going to come up. It's going to articulate with your zygomatic bone. It is going to form part of the inferior border of your eye socket. And right here, next to the eye socket, there is a little hole called the infraorbital foramen through which blood vessels and nerves are going to pass. Other things about the maxillary bone we've got to be aware of. Well, first of all, if I were to kind of poke through here, I would find a giant space, which is the maxillary sinus, which again is a place where mucus production occurs, lightens the skull. We met the frontal sinus on a previous video, and we got to be aware that there are ethmoid sinuses and a sphenoid sinus as well. We're not seeing the sinuses, but we're knowing that they exist. The maxillary sinus is really, really big and makes a lot of mucus. Unfortunately, its drainage hole is towards the top, which really sucks, unless you're a quadruped, but we're not. Anyway, where was I? More maxillary bone stuff. Here we've got some teeth, right here. This, we've got a springy-like structure that's not really in your skull, but it's a good marker for us right now because it's letting us find this entire expanse right here, which is called the hard palate. This is the hard palate. The anterior parts of the hard palate, so really what's kind of in front of my pen right there, is made up of the maxillary bones. So right here and here we've got portions of the two maxillary bones. This is called the palatine process of the maxillary bone. And there's one on each side and there's a palatine suture joining them together. Posterior to the palatine processes of the maxillary bones, we have two little parts right here. These are the horizontal plates of the palatine bones. So we have the palatine bones back here. Palatine bones are, each is kind of shaped like the letter L, so obviously this is an L and this is an L, and they're kind of like this in this picture, but we're just seeing the part where my thumbs are, which is right here and right here. So collectively this is the hard palate. Right behind it, we can find the vomer here. We also see the pterygoid processes of the sphenoid bone, and we see the posterior openings for the nasal cavity as well, the posterior nasal apertures. And I don't know, I think that's probably it for this little video here. So I will see you guys next time.